Okay, hey Ella. Not sure what's going on with yours. If I go to layout and I use the scroll wheel to zoom, the only things that usually go wrong are that view here, because this is usually, if you hit N it disappears. So there's a little caret here, pull this out, or you hit the N key. And when you go to view, you got to make sure that this is as small as possible and this is as large as possible. If this is the clip is small, then it's going to clip and things disappear. So that's one thing that happens, and so you really have to see that you got to clip the end as big as possible, and usually that's by putting in about 100,000 or so. And the same thing for the clip, and sometimes it gets really messed up, and you need to be somewhere around, oh, I don't know, 5 meters or so. That usually works. Then you can zoom all the way in and zoom all the way out. Not sure why that isn't working for you, but make sure that you do have that set like that. There's also the focal length of the camera, but it's usually set to a 50mm lens by default, and that generally works. When you go to UV editing up here, what you generally get is it should go to edit mode. If it's an object mode, then you're not going to get your UVs. So you go to edit mode, and you select what you want to unwrap. So for example, the landscape would be that, and then it shows a grid which you can select here, and then see how it's off the mesh. Right? Same thing if you pick a building, you'd have to go into object mode, say pick this building, and then you'd have to go into edit mode. And then that shows what those faces look like in the building. Like if I go to face mode, let me find face mode here. Or not face mode. If I click on, shift click these, then you can, whoa, what's wrong with this stuff? Let's try to draw over that. Usually you see an update over here, but we've got a lot of different inserts. This is actually what's the back of the building there. And then if I click on this, this, and this, and this, and I move that around, and you can see that that is moving these buildings. What you're seeing behind it is not what it's mapped onto. What it's mapped onto is material 4 that you can see over here. So you would have to find the image that corresponds to it, like this is, there it is. That is the building, and that's what I was drawing on. So I clicked on this point here, and I stretch it. This one here is for this building. So you're kind of manipulating, toggling different vertices. And you can do it by clicking on this face here, for example, is the one that corresponds to that building. Right? Although it's flipped around because it isn't really the right building. I suppose you could select all of this and do a rotate. Um, but how would you do that? You could line this up and then flip this vertex over here, and then flip this vertex over here, and you get something probably a little more copacetic, like that. But the way, yeah, the way that that you do it is you use, there's the point at which you pick up discrete points if you wanted to. There's the line if you wanted to grab discrete lines. And then there is the surface. You want to do the whole surface. And you can see what is mapping onto what. Like with this one here, obviously this isn't the picture that is assigned to it. That's assigned to material 6 over here. This one's assigned to material 4. This face is assigned to material 4. This face here is assigned to material 6. And what is material 6? Well, if you look at it, that material is, material 6, then you see that it is the front Corinthia pig. So when you look over here, you can say, all right, front Corinthia pig. So that is number 6, and you can see I'm manipulating that. And maybe this should go all the way over to here, go all the way to here. I have to make those kind of decisions depending on the model that we've done. Like this surface here, that little square right there is material 7, which is the export Google satellite view. So you'd have to go here and say export satellite view, and then as you can see, it's this. And then you manipulate, stretching over that image. So I know it's not completely intuitive. Same thing with this. This is Corinthia roof front left. So you'd have to pick Corinthia roof. Where's Corinthia roof? I don't even have it in here. Corinthia roof front left is in fact the same export Google Sat. So in this one, you would still want to use this image, but we drew that on there. On this one, we called it. Also, we used the same one, Corinthia front left, but then we moved the box over there so that we have it on there. This, obviously, this roof is not assigned yet, so we would probably want to put this onto, we would want to click on Corinthia front roof left and then say assign, and then this box comes up here. We'd say, well, no, you need to be shrunk down, you need to be rotated, you need to be shrunk down further, and you start to drag the points to where you want them. Okay, so maybe we do that. Same thing with this one here. You would assign it to this, and then move that square over, rotate it, scale it, rotate it. You just do this sort of manipulation like that. Right. Grab is shift grab. Use G, the G key, to or use the C key, which is circle select. Shift key. There we go. And then escape out of it, and then G or that. Okay, and now your roofs are looking good. You have to do that with all the walls and everything. But that's how you do that. So I'm not sure what's happening for your scroll or zoom thing. That may be a ChatGPT question. Maybe it's just about restarting the whole thing. And then see, when I have this model, then I go and I export the model like SFBX. I say only include selected objects. I'm going to call it Corinthia. And then I can also export the landscape, which I've already done. And then when you come into something like Unreal Engine, assuming I have my projects, so let this load for a second, then we can use them in the game engine. So this is Unreal Engine, which we'll look at tomorrow. And wait for this to load. Alright, so this is an architectural model in Unreal Engine. Ooh, what happened there? Sometimes I get out and I have to start it and stop it. Anyway, this is an architectural model, and I want to put my model in spec. So I can definitely create a copy of this. Okay, baby's gonna wake up. So in something like this, you might say to yourself, all right, well, this building here, right, we probably don't need, but we don't know because we might want to use it the insides, because it does have some cool stuff as you can walk inside. So that's what comes with the tutorial. But we do want to bring in our asset in here. You go to the content drawer, and let's say that we make a new folder, and we call this or let's go Corinthia assets. And why does it not like? It doesn't like something I put in here. Why does it like anything that has a space in front? So in here, then you should be able to import to the current folder. And when we go in and find our QGIS assets, and we take Corinthia landscape and the FBX, then we're just going to try the default and see if that works. So Corinthia building, so it's got these materials it's pulling in. You should want to override asset texture. I don't know. Say yes. I don't know. Look at that. It's pulling in everything from the FBX. Now, the landscape, when I bring it in, wow, look at that. Talk about crazy. So it may be way too big for the game engine to handle. It looks like it crashed it. The whole thing is just, oh, it's still importing. Okay, it crashed. It crashed. All right, so we've got some issues going on there. It says it crashed. And I guess we can send and restart and see if we can get it to work again. Now, why made it have crashed? It might have crashed because these things are super huge. So what if we were to take this, and when we export the FBX, what if we actually scale it to 0.1? Maybe. And let's say Corinthia scaled to 0.1 FBX. And let's do the same thing for the building. Let's export it. And let's scale this down. This is also 0.1. Okay, and so this is the that was the landscape. So this is this one here. So Corinthia building scaled 0.1 FBX. And then when we come in here, we add this. So we're going to the content drawer, and we are importing to the Corinthia assets folder. We're going to import to here, and let's assets scaled, and then there's landscape. This should be a landscape actually. So yeah, that's the building. This is the landscape. All right, so let's bring this in and this in. Scale to 0.1. I guess we could do the scaling in here, offset uniform scale, but I didn't. All right, looks a little better. Yes, we'll override, whatever that means, because the raster materials is a Corinthia building, Corinthia roof, import done. The material is there. These are materials when they're evolved. This is the Corinthia roof, Corinthia landscape. So if we bring in the Corinthia landscape, let's see what it, okay, there it is. All right, so that's the Corinthia landscape. I cannot say what the image is supposed to be. I don't know if it's flipped upside down or what. So if I need to rotate it, I would use the E key and see if there's nothing on the other side. All right, well, so far so not necessarily good. Location, rotation, which brings us back to 0 here. Let's use the let's see, if we use the W key, we can still move this over a little bit and move this down. This is going to be way, way, way too small, but at least we can see about getting our stuff in without crashing, and we can talk about scaling up. With the other one, if we bring into our content drawer and go for the Corinthia building, alright, that's the Corinthia building. Let's rotate this round. So rotate would be this toggle here, and pretty ugly. Not working the way we really want it to at this point. And certainly the landscape is a big element. Or is that because that came in way, way high? So let's see if we get... I wish that this was easier. Like in Unity, it's very easy to toggle and look at top view or the bottom view, world space coordinates, local coordinates, viewport related transformational tools, show transform gizmo. Is that I want to see it, but I want to be able to look down in a bird's eye view. And because I've just downloaded this today and started playing with it, I'm not as familiar with it as I am Unity. But at least we have, you know, we have the ability to start bringing stuff in. And I'll bet when we hit play, I bet this thing's going to just crash because, let's see, if we look around, oh no, it's still here. So, alright, so that's the building of Corinthia messed up in tremendous ways. So the textures got all messed up. Right? It lost a bunch of texture because they fell off the map. But this is how we're going to do it if we wanted to do it. We just have to figure out like why it's not working with it. Like this material here, the raster material looks like just a bunch of trees instead of being the proper raster material. So something obviously has gone wrong in the translation, but it is possible, and that's what we want to show, because if we can model it there and then be able to even to walk around, and you know, we're walking around and visiting together, just like I would do with this model here, and then we follow it around. All right, so there's something to be said for this. We'll get there. Of course, I want to let you know that there's always problems in working with the software, especially when you're new and even when you aren't. So many things can go wrong, but that's what we're going to be working on. Right? Hope that helps in some way.